Hi.
Hello, welcome back to our Isekai. I'm your overpowered MC Uchenna.
Hi, Faith, as always.
Yes, and on this episode 53, I think, we'll be doing a review where Faith will be telling me a film that she's watched recently and I'll react or ask questions. A film that I haven't seen, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we don't have versus this episode, but we do have something that's been trending on TikTok, and we'll give our opinions, and then we'll have a ranking of sorts of TikTok stories that have stolen our hearts and then got our lips wagging.
Shocked me to the core. Flabbergasted.
So yeah, without further ado.
Okay, first things first. The distributor of said movie I've watched, I'm pissed off at them. Because last year, 2 months ago, I went to the cinema for a movie that they also distributed, and the first few minutes was a recap.
Right.
I'm actually I don't mind having a 5-minute recap, because maybe it's been a while, because said thing I watched.
Yeah.
I'm caught up with the series, so I was like, there's no point in me watching the catch up. When I see the thing, I'll refreshed in my head. Went to see it. First 20 minutes, I kid you not, was a catch up. So, do you want names, or you don't want names?
Wait, even Chainsaw Man?
Oh, I didn't watch Chainsaw Man.
Oh, which one?
I was going to watch Chainsaw Man, but I didn't. Demon Slayer.
Oh, no, Demon Slayer was the first one. So what's the one today?
That's what you're going to guess, aren't you?
No, I'm not guessing it. You're telling me the story.
So the one I'm reviewing today, JJK.
Ah, right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch Chainsaw Man. I didn't have the time to see it. And the day I was meant to see it was literally the last day. At that point, I was like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I went to say JJK.
Right. And then they did a
recap. The first 20 minutes of what should have been a great movie was a recap of what's happened in the previous episodes that I already know what's happened. I get it that some people who might need a refresher, but that's what I said. A 5-minute recap like Netflix does. Even on Netflix, there's the opportunity to say skip, refresher.
You can't do that at the cinema.
I can't do that at the cinema.
I'll hold you ransom. You're going to watch this.
I thought to myself, because I was at the View, so I was in town. It's like, I could have done some window shopping, some light food shopping. Got a little snack beforehand. Because on this day, we actually did recording, and I rushed to the cinema to go and view it.
Right, yeah.
And I got there. It was it started in 10 minutes. I was like, cool. So I got myself something to drink. But I was like, okay, movie started, recap. I said, for fuck's sake, I could have not rushed and done something else with my time.
Didn't they say, but they did drop the whole...
They dropped it on the date released, okay? At that point, I already bought my ticket. Because remember, I bought the ticket yesterday, the day before.
The day before, yeah.
And I was like, just to let you know, I'm going to cinema to watch JJK. So you want to join me? This is the time I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So on the day, they were like, we're going to be doing a recap. I said, if I knew you were going to do a recap, I might as well just wait until you release it on Crunchyroll yourself and then watch it with the rest of the people. Anyways.
I'm not even caught up to season 2 of... I mean, I started it, but obviously I got spoilers, so then I just didn't continue watching it.
You can go to the cinema, do the last recap of the last 2 episodes, and you've been caught up.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Because I think that's really cheeky of them now. Do you know? Because we have separate subscriptions in this household for Crunchyroll.
It's all a money grab, isn't it?
I think it is. That's very selfish and greedy of them.
You just drop 2 episodes that they're going to drop anyway.
Because people don't have
telly.
Yeah. Not free of charge, but...
I mean, for a subscription fee, but still, they're going to drop it in a few months anyway, so what's the point?
That's really sad, because anime is currently making more money cinematically than other pop culture films recently. That's the current trend anyway. With Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man.
I say probably in America.
Probably, but the point is that it's really tragic. This is
it's growing.
It's growing, and they're not giving the fans what the fans want.
What do the fans want?
I want a full
something
movie.
new, an actual full movie.
I don't want 2 episodes that are new and 2 episodes that are recaps on the previous what I've already watched on the streaming website anyway.
Yeah, no, fair play. It should start new and end new.
Yeah.
No,
I don't want a standalone story like the Dragon Ball Z series had. You have standalone stories. They want it to feel like part of the story, but I don't want 20 minutes of recap time. If that makes sense.
No, I'd rather standalones, like the One Piece ones. That's just In my opinion, it's just
Well, they could do
better.
both. They can do a spin-off story. I'm pretty sure there's lots of animes that have like spin-offs that they can do like a standalone movies for.
Yeah, but I guess the thing with Demon Slayer and JJK is the stories have ended. So unless they create an entirely new story, which they can do.
Because what we have, Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alpha Brotherhood, at that point, the manga was still being written, but they did the rerun to finish up the story as a writer intended.
Right.
So they could, if that's the case, they can do their own version of what they think it should have gone.
No, because it's already ended before the movie came out, so they could just branch off the main story and be like, oh, they went to, I don't know, Osaka and this happened, rather than a story that's like on the same timeline as the current
flesh out some of the stories that we do know, like the background stories of some of the
characters. Yeah, absolutely.
Though the anime does just is good, it doesn't really flesh out the same way the manga does. We don't get a full recap of how they got to become who they are.
Yeah, no,
I would have enjoyed that if that's what they gave us.
Yeah. No, fair play. I think it was probably a toss-up in terms of what they're probably not sure what people are interested in watching in the Western world. And maybe that's where the decision that they had to make kind of, they didn't want to take too much of a risk.
But they do screen viewings before the movie comes out.
Yeah, but they've already made the movie by that point. They've got to release.
They have a pretty to have different edits of it, They would have probably shown this is edit 1A and this is edit B. Which do you like the most?
Basically, it's just 40 minutes of normal episodes that they're making like millions and millions and millions of money from.
Yeah,
it's very unethical in my opinion.
That's why
it leaves a sour taste.
It's very greedy.
It's not great. Just give something new, something fresh.
I think it's going to get to the point where fans are going to be like, it's okay, I don't need to watch the movie. It's going to be out in Crunchyroll
no one's going to go watch it.
And then they'll be like, oh, anime movies don't sell the way they used to. Fuck off. They do sell. You're just not giving us what we want. Right. What I want. I will say it for myself. I don't know what you want, people want, but I know what I want. I want a standalone movie or a continuation, but but with a 5-minute recap max.
Yeah, like new source material.
Yeah,
fair play. Or make that specific arc the whole movie.
Yeah. So I have to remember that. Is it Yuji, the main character? Is it? Yeah.
Itadori. Yes, Yuji Itadori. That's his full name.
Okay. Yuji finds out he has a half brother. Do you want to guess which one is his half brother? You might have seen him if you depending on where you are in the series.
So I'm gonna guess his half brother is.
Yeah.
What, on the mom side or on the dad side? It has to be on the mom side.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Zenin people?
No, because they were actually fighting against each other during the...
Oh, no.
Mom, you haven't even guessed yet.
It's not the guy with all the stitches.
What, the one that does...
Mahito.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was going to say...
I'm trying to find a picture of him for you. Oh. Yuji's brother. JJK. Do you want to get another guess? Before I show you. He was very popular. I'm not sure if you saw him. Do you know last year when we went to Comic-Con? Remember? Yes, we need to reminisce. It's last year October, and then there was the JJK hand sign transitions.
Hand sign.
Yeah, girls are showing off their nails.
I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
So after that, there was a trend similar with that, but then with the hand sign, it went into the Comic-Con characters. But these were just JJK characters, and there's one particular one that was most people cosplayed for as
a popular
villain-ish.
Villain-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the guy with the mouth on the head.
Mm-hmm.
There's the guy with all the cuts. There's the one with the volcano on his head.
Not main villain. He's not a main villain like that.
I'm just going through people on the bad side.
Okay.
He's not one of the monster-looking ones.
Mm-mm.
Right, okay. The guy with the nose stuff? The thing on his nose? Oh, no, a scar on his nose? Is it a scar?
Or like a band-aid or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chozo.
Right.
Chozo.
That's his half-brother.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, so he's finding his half-brother. Half-brother has like flashback memory because he can control blood. That's his power.
Okay.
And then he takes some Yuji's blood. Flashback is like, oh, we share
apparently
DNA. Yeah, DNA. So, guy with the, scars on his head, it rips open, and it's a different person. So he used to be in Yuji's mum.
So sorry, I already know. But yeah.
He used to be in Yuji's mum.
Yeah.
So that's how they're
connected.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not actually through Yuji's mum. It's just
because his DNA is in Yuji's mum.
I mean, technically.
And that's how they're half brothers.
That's fucking diabolical. There was a whole joke about this on TikTok.
Was there really?
Yeah. TikTok was... I mean, it was... they'd make jokes about, like, backshots and stuff. Yeah. About collective backshots from Yuji's dad, technically.
Oh. Oh, this is just Stop it.
TikTok was so funny that time. Like I think that's the thing with me and JJK, right? Because when it first started, I really loved it. And when the new season started, I didn't get the chance to actually start it before spoilers kind of came. And they came in like dribs and drabs. So, I mean, the spoilers. So like, I'd know so many things, or I'd know who had died already at certain points, but I wouldn't know like the full context of it. And that just kind of I'll eventually go back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, carry on, sorry.
So that thing happens. Demon inside of Yuji wreaks havoc. Yuji has a like...
Demon inside of Yuji. He doesn't have a name.
Sukuna. Yes, I know. Sukuna wreaks havoc. Yuji has an internal conflict saying, oh my goodness, I've killed this many people, so I have to save this many people.
He's on some Chinchuriki shit, yeah?
Self-righteousness is what it is.
I mean, fair play. Because it's not him that's killed these people. It's, I guess, his lack of control.
Yeah, and then he goes into this, like, self-loathing and, like, so we can't even save 2 people. He has saved people. He just hasn't recognized that.
Yeah, but it's the people that he hasn't saved that has left such a massive impact on him because they were very important to him. They were both his mentors.
Not at that point. Well, after Sukuna's wreaked havoc, that's not the point.
Who were the 2?
So he was just going around saving people from the other bad guys in general, and he's managed to save those people, and then it's at the point where I think it's Toji comes over and was like, "You need to stop this. I need to start fighting properly."
Toji.
Toji's
the guy with the thingy,
which is the one that claps. Todo. Yeah, Todo was like, "You are a JJK student. We are fighters. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, but we can't save everyone. Our role is to defeat the bad guy to save that will result in the most people surviving. You need to like stop this operation righteousness and focus on who your real enemy is. Yes, Sukuna has wreaked havoc, but you still have potential to save other people. Yes, you've lost some people, but there is potential to save other people."
Okay.
And so he snaps out of it, starts fighting the bad guys. And then the assembly of shadows who control the school and the JJK society have deemed Yuji after this whole arc is over
in danger, and they're going to kill him. Yeah.
Because of because now he's got 6 of Sukuna's fingers inside of him.
The thing is, it's so weird because I know more than that. Like
okay, then stop the story time.
No, not just stop the story time. But like we're going to add to it. It's just like. More. At some point, I don't really know what happens, and spoilers ahead if you haven't watched it. Also, I guess maybe we should have said spoilers from the start.
I suppose.
Somehow, somewhere, Sukuna changes and decides, I don't want Yuji no more. I want the other guy.
Oh, that was during the battle.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was about to sacrifice himself, and then Sukuna realized how strong he was. He was like, nah, you're gonna die. So...
No, he fully takes over.
What?
The dark-haired guy.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, but at that point, he's just saved him. But he hasn't gotten to the point where he's taken over the body yet.
Yeah, he takes over, like, the guy is, like, in the sunken place. From what I heard, or the spoilers that I got, I don't actually know how to
read the manga then.
That is, yeah.
Because
has it actually finished?
At this point, Crunchyroll just giving him the drip drabs of, like, recaps. I might as well just finish the story myself.
Yeah, no, literally.
I might as well finish the story myself. Just like Demon Slayer. You want to give him, like, drips and drabs? Look at us now.
Right, so you can play this game.
Exactly. The source material is there for everyone.
Right? It's the same thing they did with Bleach. And I was like, well, like, now I haven't even watched Bleach because I've read it and I know how it ends. So, like, I'm like...
The source material is there for everyone to look at. It's not only just you.
Like, I don't have to say animated, you know? Like, I don't have
we
to.
do not.
Like, manga is good.
And at this point, my YouTubers give me a recap.
Yeah,
What do I need you for?
exactly.
And they're free.
They're free, exactly. And my imagination, you know, I can start using it again. I can start actually using my brain like I'm meant to. So, I don't know, maybe you're doing me a favor and you're doing everyone else a favor.
Maybe my 10 minutes of reading before bedtime will become 10 minutes of manga time.
Exactly. When people are doing a 75 hard, read a manga episode a day.
There we go.
I know it says you need to read something educational, but fuck that shit. Who does that anyway?
I don't know, but you know.
Self-improvement people. I'm just like, get a grip.
You read a lot of non-fiction books as well, though, like educational books.
But I'm sorry, I don't really delve into self-help. But going back to JJK, how did the story end? What was like the main takeaway of the new part?
They met up with Maki and some of the other JJK people. So Yuji gets saved by... Do you remember in the first movie, which was actually a prequel, JJK
the main guy, yeah.
Yeah, we finally see him.
He finally comes.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was like... So...
Did you know he was meant to be the main character?
Yeah, I know he was the main character. So he actually volunteers to the circle, say, I'll beat Yuji for you. I just want you to recognize me as an individual because originally they didn't like him because he was like OP. Like from where I am right now, well, in the movie. So he's actually as strong as Gojo. He's actually as strong as Gojo in regards to the infinity power that they both possess. And actually, one of the first things that Yuji says, like, oh my goodness, it feels like Sensei's around, but it's not, but it's something darker because his source of power is just because it's slightly darker because Yuji is just like his dark energy from the negative things he had as a child.
Right.
Where Gojo is something that he was innately born with.
Right.
So, yeah, so he defeats Yuji, slightly kills him, but only temporarily because the pact was he had to kill Yuji. So he did kill Yuji, but it wasn't to the point of he dead. He
can still come back.
Yeah. He resuscitated him somehow.
So how did they get the fingers, or they don't?
They have their fingers are still in Yuji,
right? So
the fingers aren't out of him yet. And so the meeting was Maki and some of the other classmates that survived, and they're trying to get back into JJK so they can, because apparently the second round of this battle is going to happen soon, but they won't be recuperate.
Okay.
So that's why the movie ends.
And our guy is still a cube, yeah?
Yeah. He ain't coming out. They really hyped him up just to put him away.
I mean, I think I'm very curious about the authors or the mangaka's reason, because main guy, what's his name? The guy with the curse.
Which one?
The one who you say has the same power level as Gojo. Yuta.
Yeah.
He's so overpowered. He was initially meant to be the main character, but then he dropped him and chose Yuji. And obviously from the start, we could tell that Yuji was special, but we don't know why, but we're eventually going to find out why, right? And then they introduce another overpowered character, Gojo. And then they then introduce Gojo's very, very overpowered best friend.
He wasn't that overpowered.
Well,
all he could do is possess the powers of the demons he ate.
And then he turns bad.
Yeah.
And then his body gets possessed.
Yeah.
By some phantom who has been hunting the JJK core for years and years and years. And he has this super plan.
Yeah.
That he's been putting in place.
And needs Yuji to do that because he impregnated Chozo's mother.
Okay. Do you see the similarities to any other anime?
Do we know so?
I mean, yes, but maybe that one's still developing. Gachakuta, so I guess it is still developing. But I guess then JJK comes before it, so don't worry. Right, so I've kind of lost my train of thought there, but I'm very curious about the thought process of the story and like why he made the decisions that he's made, because a character that you fall in love with and you just lose, but I think it's the way in which he's lost.
He got so stunned seeing his best friend, but it wasn't his best friend because he realized his best friend was dead.
Exactly, but there was no payoff. I guess that was the end
of him.
Yeah, but it just, to me, from what I know, it just felt quite unfinished. Like, I know, like, eventually he goes to wherever he's at and, like, he's happy and they show that he's happy or whatever. But it just seems unfinished in the real life. But I guess the business is not his business, is it? It's Yuji's business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair play.
I'm very curious about his power scaling, to be honest.
That is a good point. Good.
I'm very, because
I don't think
we have
there's much of
Gojo,
a
we have
power
Yuta,
skill,
we got
though.
Yuji. I mean, and then we have the bad guys.
Right.
I'm very curious about how,
like, powerful, like how you would rank powers.
yeah, or how you do power scaling. Because we know Sukuna gets powerful by each finger he has.
No, he's already been powerful. The more fingers he gets, the more energy of Sukuna's that Yuji gets.
Yeah.
But what's his name? Sukuna is already, like, over. Like, they couldn't kill him. That's why they had to
Chop him up.
Yeah, and steal him.
Yeah, but once he's released, he's going back to full power.
Yeah.
But currently, because he's trapped in Yuji, he's capped, as it says, would be. But yeah, I'm very curious, because we have Gojo, we have Yuta. Two both very overpowered people. And we saw Gojo got defeated easily. I say that in inverted marks, because if that was a real battle and that wasn't his best friend, he would have, like, OP'd them, my opinion. And then we have Yuta, who we've been told is just as strong as Gojo, if not slightly better, because his powers is something he developed himself, and it's something he's learned to harness from his negative thoughts. I'm just curious. Yeah, I mean, with the cursed tools, it's easy to identify how strong they are. It's dependent on the user and the actual weapon of choice.
Yeah, and how much energy they have.
Yes, that's easy for me to comprehend the power scaling with that side of things. Because I'm like, okay, Maki is this strong, then weapon she's using is this strong, so 1 + 1 is 2. I know where the power scaling is with regards to that, but with regards to the individuals, power scale, like we have Yuji's, we have Toho. It's not always easy for me to identify which of the...
I don't think you're meant to until they have a battle, and then you see, okay, this one's more powerful than this one. I mean, obviously, you get a sense, like, if they're younger, maybe they've not been doing it that long, or if they don't have special powers, then they're not as strong.
But it ruins the game, because on YouTube, there used to be like, who's better between Naruto and...
I always hate that. I've never been a fan of that. It's just...
It's theoretical, and I like the theoretical parts of it, lots of it. I just like it, and I think that's why I'm so confused about the power scaling, because I cannot imagine it. I can't imagine it.
In what way?
I don't know, because I don't know what the scale is. I don't know
what's the skill in Naruto for you.
It's a chakra.
Okay, it's the cursed energy.
Not the same.
It's exactly the same. It is literally exactly the same thing. Okay, why does Itadori be the one that has the fingers and not just anybody else?
I think anyone else could host.
They couldn't. No, they couldn't. You have to have enough willpower or enough cursed whatever to be special enough to have a fucking, what's his face, Sukuna, be a parasite in your body. You can't. That's why they were going to give it to that OP guy in the first place. But then they decided against it because it was already, like, too powerful or something, already cursed, whatever reason. But yeah, or he was going to give it to the dark-haired guy, the Zenin guy. I don't think
anyone can have it then.
No, I don't think anyone could have it, because he was concerned about because they were gonna kill him. So they were like, oh, if he's gonna die anyway and he seems like he can control it, why not just have him keep taking it, and then we'll see how far he gets, because his life was forfeited anyway. They were gonna kill him. So I don't think anybody.
I think anyone could. It's just a case that they were gonna kill him.
But Sukuna could have just taken control of that person.
Yeah.
And just fucked off.
But anyone can still host the fingers, is my point.
Anyone can host it, but not anyone can actually have control and have it dormant, is what I'm saying. It's like the freaking... Don't make me do this. We're not having that fucking conversation. It's like Naruto. No, not just some random person can be the host of a Jinchuriki. Can any random ninja be the... Don't piss me off.
I think it's possible.
For some rando to host a Jinchuriki. Are you trying to rage break me right now? I'm legit asking.
So do I think
one of the tailed beasts, like any ninja could host any one of the tailed beasts. They don't have to be special.
I don't think they have to be special, no. It's a circumstance that caused them. Gaara was not a special boy. It just happened the circumstance of his birth.
I don't remember why it was Gaara. But I'm pretty sure there's specific circumstances that you have to, or criteria. I mean, Naruto's one was specifically special, and it just so happened that he was an Uchiha. I guess because they seal it in you, so it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, I guess an argument could be made, but I don't know.
It's my personal opinion.
No,
I don't think...
Fair.
My point was I cannot fathom the
power scales.
Yeah. In Naruto, I get the power scaling.
But it's the same thing as the cursed energy. They use their cursed energy to make special powers for themselves. Not anybody can do a Chidori. Can anybody do a Chidori? No. Can anybody do a Rasengan?
I think people can, but yeah.
Okay, 3, but... It's just like how the eye thing,
bloodline,
Byakuya, is the bloodline. It's the same thing with the Gojo's power, with the expansion, blah, blah, blah. Only one of them can have it down the line somewhere, something like that.
Mm.
You're born with it. So it's the bloodline thing. So that's his power. But they all have cursed energy somehow. I don't know how they get it, but they do. Maybe it's a bloodline
Maggie
thing
doesn't
too.
have cursed energy. That's why she has a cursed tool.
Well, there you go. What's her face? The medical ninja? Sakura? She don't have no special nothing about her. But she does have chakra, I guess.
She has a snake. I'm saying in. Not snake, saying in. Is it the snake? She has a what?
You mean the slug thing?
Yeah, she has that one.
She got that through somebody else. But actually, no, there was something quite special about Sakura. She was insanely strong.
Yeah, she was physically strong, yes.
I guess it's the same thing for... What's her face?
Which one?
The one you said she has a curse up Maki. Look, to me, the power scale makes sense. Not the power scales, but their powers make sense.
I'm not saying the powers don't make sense. I'm saying the scaling of the powers.
I guess I can live in a world where you don't have to fucking scale powers. Jesus Christ.
Well, that is your opinion then.
It is my opinion. Why you gotta scale shit? Why does somebody have to be better than the other? Why you gotta pit someone against... Like, you gotta watch the fight for what it is. You gotta take it as the power that they have. Do you think that power can overpower the other person depending on specific circumstances? A la Gojo, his best friend is there, he can't fight. So therefore, all you gotta do is just, catching a Jujutsu into the guy. And then my guy is weak, innit? And he can't do shit.
In the knees. He said, "That's bestie right there."
Oh, some shadow clone shit. That's crazy. That's all we got for the JJK? Yeah. Moving on to something that's taken the internet by storm. That's taken TikTok by storm.
Yeah.
The Danish deception.
What a name, though.
Yeah. So we'll go through. I think I'm on because I've got notes.
I actually saw a whiteboard with a timeline.
Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5. I'm on Part 5, but there are 25 parts. So at some point, I'm sure I'll get to it. But we only have 5 parts now, and we'll go through those.
Okay.
So June 2022, Miss Ma'am, I forget her name, Onyeka. This woman gets into a relationship with a scammer, essentially. So.
Like Tinder Swindler Part 2.
Yeah. So going forward, I refer to her as Scammy and the man as Scammer. So, Scammy...
How did you get to that point?
So, Scammy has been working hard. She's been doing jobs and working. And so she calls a friend, ring, let's go to Europe. The friend is like, okay. But then she's like, oh, I want to go to somewhere that's like busy, but not busy, like blah, blah, blah. Very American ignorance of her. And she's like, she gets to Croatia. They decide to go to Croatia. She gets to Croatia and she's amazed by how beautiful it is.
She's not been to Europe before.
In my opinion, this kind of set the tone of how this is going to go to me. There's going to be a lot of ignorant shit. There's going to be a lot of stupid shit. So I braced myself. Because how are you telling me you're going on holiday to a beautiful country that you've seen on the Instagram, and then you get there, and then you're telling us the story? You don't feel shame. You're telling me the story, and then you're also saying this. Oh, but
empathy. Don't forget. We talked about this morning.
Thank you very much for reminding me. Empathy. Is it sympathy?
You have not been through it yourself. It's
anyway,
empathy.
One of them.
Yes.
She goes to Croatia with her friends, and they're enjoying themselves. They'll go to a bar, blah blah blah. She says. She's under some bed sunning. And so this gorgeous come out of a GQ magazine, white, blonde, blue-eyed man.
Don't forget she specified he was tall.
Tall, 6'4".
Yes.
rises out of the pool and she's flabbergasted. He takes her breath away and leaves her weak in the knees. They're going, he approaches, they start chatting. He buys her and the friend a drink and they're chatting. She finds out he's Danish. He asks her where they're going to go next in the evening. They keep chatting and they're like, oh, we're going to go to this specific bar. And then he's like, okay, maybe we'll see you guys there later, blah, blah, blah. And then they switch Instagrams, not number, Instagrams at this point. He DMs her and they keep chatting. He meets her. So they keep chatting on DM as the day goes by. And then he's liking all her photos as she's like putting all the stuff on her story. So she says she's not thinking much to it. But I say, yes, you were.
Scraps.
Yes, you were. Because you were noticing that this man was liking it and you already thought he was attractive. Come on. Don't take me for idiots. Anyway, she says she didn't think much to it. But I say, you lie. Not intentionally, but you lie. Anyway, this was very stalkery of him, but maybe she opened the invitation to him because she told him where they were going to go for dinner. Anyway, they go to dinner. Guess what? He's there. But obviously, by the time he and his friend gets there, she and her friend are already leaving. So she's like, okay, we'll go to the bar. We'll wait for you guys, blah, blah, blah. But they get to the bar. The friend is like, you know what? I'm not feeling it. And so she sends him a DM saying she and her friend are going to go home because they're not really feeling it. They're tired, blah, 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 blah. At this point, in my opinion, they clearly like each other, right? Because she asked for his Insta. He's gone to dinner. Looking for her. So there's interest on both parts.
There's attraction.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, okay, fine, okay. Anyway, they go to another dinner. At some point, they meet each other. Later on, eventually, right, in Croatia at this point, and they did the game thing where the friend was like, oh, let me tell me something about, explain your friend's type. And so the guy's friend was explaining the type, and the type was like hard worker, blah, 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 likes to cook. And then her friend was like, oh, the only thing that's different or that doesn't go along with Skami is that Skami can't cook. And then Skami tells Skama that, oh, but I would become a great cook for a good man.
Disgusting.
Skami, are you all right? Are you actually all right?
You can stop it. Just like we don't cook doesn't mean other people can't cook either.
But she said she can't cook, but she said she's going to become a great cook. Look. If you want to learn how to cook because it's a skill that you think it's important to have, sure. You want to cook for a great man? What, normal men don't deserve to eat? Or you don't deserve to eat your own food? Huh? Wow. Well, it's difficult. I'm so sorry. This is how this whole thing is going to go because I can't take this seriously. Honestly, if I do, I'll get really heated. So Skami and Skama find out that they're both working in real estate, but obviously like kind of different industries, right? And tech, in some type of way. And she thinks that, oh my God, this is the best thing since sliced bread. She kind of inadvertently invites him on like a family holiday to South Africa, but apparently it's going to become clear at some point. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I was like, did she invite him or did he invite himself? I think I don't care. Because at this point, they've only known each other for like a few hours.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's still persistent, right? And he's chatting her up and he's pursuing her. They're flirting. They're they're Instagramming. So part 2, right? They leave Croatia. She goes to Barcelona. The best friend goes back to Germany and she's chilling. The guy invites her to Ibiza. She's like, no. He's like, calm. She's like, cool. And then they keep chatting on the DMs. And then 2 weeks later, he invites her to Monaco.
Yeah.
And then she chats to her family. Yeah, she's gone back to America.
Yeah. He was like, so she said when in the Instagram DMs.
Right.
She was like, when I get home, I'm going to buy myself a Chanel to reward myself with a hard work.
Chanel bag, yeah.
Yeah. So Instagram, do you want to meet up for Ibiza, doing a business trip, but we can like do things in the evening once my networking is done. She was like,
that's not Ibiza.
That's Monaco still.
That's not Monaco. Is that Monaco?
Monaco was a business trip.
Monaco, yes, Monaco is the business trip, yeah.
And it was like, oh, just to double check, did you buy the bag? And I was like, was he
trying to like check how much money she had?
Yeah.
Well, let's not assume what his intents were.
Sorry, because I already told you what I am.
No,
crowd.
Intense away.
I am on episode 19. This morning, I woke up with a headache. We had this conversation. I said, today feels off. I'm just woken up in a bad mood. I've got a headache. And yesterday night, I was listening to this TikTok. She's like, what episode are you on now? So I'm on episode 19. It's like, that's why you're in a bad mood. You've listened to more of it. It's like, yes. And then we went to the gym separately. As I was at the gym, I messaged her. I was like, girl, I think it's profiled her. She's been a target from the very beginning.
I enjoy my peace.
You did not reply.
I enjoy my peace. When I was doing my cardio, I had a thought, maybe I should watch. I said, no.
I was at the gym and I got annoyed.
I can't do such a thing to myself.
I got annoyed. I was like, I must figure out what happened. I must figure out what happened.
I must figure out what happens. But when I'm mentally prepared.
I got back from the gym, just in the kitchen. I stormed in. I said, I need to watch The Bachelor season 23. I've researched it. She was on season 23. And I'm going to watch it from start to end to see how he profiled her. Because that was manipulation from the...
Anyway,
empathy.
This woman at part 2, she was already convincing my man, no, I'm not here for your money shit. Trying to be like, I know you're rich. Anyway, she talks to her sister, family. She decides to anyway go to Monaco, right? She gives him the passport. A lot of people are talking about the whole giving him the passport thing, but last, they'll steal her identity, you know? But she's not thinking this. She's thinking, rich man, what's he going to do with my passport? And also, he's Danish. He don't need American passport. Well, we'll come to find out that maybe he does. But
he does.
But for now, for that information, he don't need her goddamn. Is it blue papers? And so she sends him everything fine. She gets to Monaco. Now, this is the part that disgusts me. I think women, when we are loving, we know that is pretend. I think this is the disconnect with me and emotional love
okay.
Because to me it's pretend.
Expand.
I think people are putting on an act. You are playing house. You know how people say you're playing house?
Yeah.
I think people are putting on an act. So she gets to the airport. She's got the little trolley thing that she's pushing. And then she bubbles and cries and then she hugs him and then they're kissing and make it out. It's a fantasy. So she was not I think she lacks self-awareness to an extent. Unfortunately. I don't like diagnosing people, but this one I'll diagnose. Because how can you tell me you were in a fantasy and you did not realize you were in a fantasy? I think she genuinely was in that moment. And people like that scare me.
She was in the moment.
But no,
she's been whisked away to Monaco. Whisked, Uchenna, away.
Yes, she was, Faith. I'm not saying she wasn't. But you know that, do it for the plot.
Yeah.
You know you're being taken for a ride. Not a ride, but you're being taken for a literal ride. Like, you're along for the cruise. You're there to spend money. A man invites you to Monaco and you go. And like, it's romance, yes? He's romancing you. Enjoy the romance. And I feel like that was how they started. But she was very much invested in I don't want to use you for your money. Because I think she then started catching feelings and then... Anyway, let me keep telling the story. Because this is getting too long. Part 2, yeah. Right. She gets to the airport. They are kissing. He calls her Bambi because it's important. Well,
it's not important.
I put in hindsight. His first name for her is quite...
A day in headlights.
Is quite revealing. But anyway, also, I thought it very bizarre, the type of information she chose to give us. Things like before they actually get to Monaco, they keep talking because it's a month.
Yes. They're DMing each other.
Yes, they're DMing each other. Yes. And so they're chatting, they're talking about their past. He said that he'd been in a 4-year relationship.
Yeah.
And between the time that they're talking and when he broke up with the girl, please bear in mind about a month has already passed. So therefore, he met her about 3 months after his breakup. So therefore, he'd now been broken up for 4 months, but he was in this relationship for 4 years. And the reason why this relationship ended was because she wanted kids and he didn't yet at that point in their lives. And so she thought 4 months was enough time to get over somebody. Please, this woman at the start said she told him that she'd never been in a relationship before.
Did she say that?
She told him that she'd never been in a serious relationship before. And
okay,
I don't know why she's trusting her judgment.
she was on The Bachelor. Let's not forget.
That 4 months is for someone that's never been in love before. That 4 months is okay to get over somebody. But that's by the by. Even me, okay. I think at this point, he's realizing that she's very naive and she's very sheltered. And her view of the world is very rose-colored, you know?
Mm.
They share very intimate things about their lives. You know, she shared about her sister, why they're not talking. He also says, no, he has an abusive sister that he's not talking to. She shares about her family. And then that was where he shared that he's royalty.
And sent
her the link.
Yeah.
And Madame looks at the link and sees a last name that's similar to his and says, oh, is this you? And he was like, oh, it's about time you caught up. Now, I am not a man, but I have mannish tendencies. So let me just tell you what this man was thinking. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just assuming in it. This man said, oh yeah, this one's dumb, innit? Let me send her something. And he sent her this link. She you know what? I genuinely think that it's likely that he was distantly related to this person. But you see how many distances I said?
Probably 5.
So there's no way that he's going to get no royalty, nothing. Right. But anyway, she's convinced. They've not brought up the Olympian stuff at this point.
Not yet. That's
Right.
when he comes to America and he's sitting with her cousin.
Oh, I was just about to get it. Oh, God damn. Okay. I wish I'd finished part 5. So, anyway, she says she feels safe with this man that she's been talking to on the phone. So she goes to Monaco. They get to Monaco. They have the little cute thing. They did the whole run, kiss, airport, nice, cute. He's like, I'm not sure if you'll be able to come to the work function with me, but eventually she's able to come. She meets the CEO of his company. They're chatting away. He invites them to the yacht after party thing. She goes. It's lovely. So she meets people in his life where he works, the job he does, the kind of caliber of people he's around. So this convinces her that he is legit.
Work is work, though.
Yes, but that also means that he's making money, right?
Yeah.
If he's able to hang out with the CEO. So he's up there. He's making good money. So this convinces her that he must be minted as like he's saying he is. I'm just trying to give people context here so that people are more forgiving of her, because I think people are missing all the things that she's experienced and how she's seen this man as time goes on. She's flabbergasted. They go to Saint-Tropez after Monaco and they're having a blast. She used to tell people that was the best time of her life or some shit like that. This is where she tells him that she loves him as well. Because...
We're 2 months into this.
Exactly. This is because he shared that he loves his family, and she hears that. She's thinking because he loves his family, and he respects his family, he would then treat my family that way.
Fair.
Just advice randomly that nobody asked for. If someone is telling you something, you also need to make sure that you've experienced them doing said things before you believe them. That's just how I operate. You don't have to take my word for it. So part 3 continued. So that was part 3. They go to the beach. She's like falling in love with him and it's all cute. They then go to like, she asks him, well, like, what's important to you? And he's all respect and integrity. No, not integrity, because he don't have any. Respect and loyalty is important to him. And she's like, I can do that. She's given, you know what she's given? Teacher's pet. Because did he ask you what's important about he did? Because then she says, What did she say? I'm sure she said something. I don't remember. She said all the stuff that's important to her, like her family, right? And probably already established that he's already into his family. So like, whatever. Oh, she was like, oh, don't make me ever choose my family over you or something like that. Okay. And then she says she's not there for the money, but cheating is a no-no for her. And her family is also important to her. And then after Saint-Tropez, they go to Cannes. She says she doesn't want to spend. And then he says, oh, you're cheap. And then they go to some restaurant and then she falls. And then she falls. This is part 4. He asks her, does she have epilepsy because she was having seizures. Turns out it was because she had a concussion. That was why she had seizures. Madam, the man is not a medical practitioner. He don't know no goddamn thing. He's an idiot. Why did you tell us this? But anyway.
But how did she get a concussion? Did she hit her head?
Yeah, she fell on the floor and she hit her head. And like there was blood and everything.
But how did she fall?
And she was on the stairs. She was going up the stairs.
Oh yeah, the stairs in France are steep.
Yeah, and they're very narrow. So yeah, she falls. She's concussed, so she has to stay up all night. So she,
Yeah, they won't take any. But yeah.
And she said they said the thing about the fire truck and the ambulance, and I'm like, people, focus on the right things, yeah. Because the fire truck, I think American-ness made her not understand what happened. Because the fire truck ain't taking you nowhere, it's the ambulance. So I don't know what she's talking about. We are assuming here that we can trust the narrator. Why are people assuming this? But that's by the by.
Poor girl. Straight tonight.
Anyway, she goes back to America after the fall. I don't care what happens. She tells her parents, and there's a little bit of drama, but obviously they love her. They're accepting of it. She's recovering, and during this time, she's still obviously chatting to him. And then he calls to ask her about investment in a property. And at this point, she's like, I don't really know anything about properties in Copenhagen or whatever. So you do you, right? And he's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He does that. And then at this point, she's doing too much. Yeah. Because 2 months, madam, 2 months. He's asking you for financial advice. Why are you then saying, oh, what did she say? To prove she loves him, she says she's willing to show up financially for him as well. Okay. I'm not there. I'm not in the fields. I didn't say I love. So it's you. She's in love.
Okay.
And she wants to say equal footing.
Oh, don't forget. Whilst at the hospital, he said, I love you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so while she's being carried away to be checked out, he decides that's the moment. I'm going to make it about me, innit?
And she was very confused. Like, do you think I'm dying? Is that what you
and I'm like,
me?
And then she was like, in hindsight, or maybe she should have taken that as a sign that that he's a terrible person or something. But she took it as a sign that he was going to be there for her because he waited for her. All this is telling me is that in the beginning, he was actually into her. I don't think him deciding to scam her entered until
America.
But
at that point, I think
or like halfway through part 3, when he realized how fucking naive she was.
I told you, you proud her.
I think him inviting her to Ibiza.
Run through of The Bachelor. I was like, I got my girl.
Yeah. Like him inviting her to Ibiza, I think that was like a let's go party, right? But I think she said, oh, she doesn't, that's not like what she's trying to do, innit? Anyway. So yeah, she then, he's then coming to Dallas as at like September. So they met in June, right? So June, July, August, September, it's been 3 months now. They've said, I love you, and he's going to eventually meet the family. They get to the airport, she realizes that she's really, really into him or something like that. That she's anxious, she's excited, she's dreading it, blah, 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 fucking blah. That's the end. See, 2 months or 3 months, let's give her grace and say 3 months of dating. And you're introducing family?
Not my culture, but apparently it's half your culture. And I'm sorry for you. Mine. Because we both know my culture. You ain't introducing no one until you were getting married.
I know I'm being dramatic right now, but you don't understand. We don't do this. Not even like a cultural thing, on a more self-preservation type shit. Because she's explained how important her family is to her. She's explained how important the opinion of her family is to her. You are introducing a man you had a holiday fling to meet mommy and daddy. Let winter come, you know? I cannot fathom such a thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're going to be like, Uche, it was just a holiday.
No, I can't fathom it. It's not going to happen. Like, it doesn't exist in my thought process.
And then her parents like,
my mom would never know. My family members would not know of your existence. I'm so sorry. Am I sorry? I don't know. But you would not exist to my family members. You might exist to this one because unfortunately she comes with the territory. Oh, is it fortunately? I don't know. But
I know. Whatever it is.
I think that's probably the only friend you're going to meet. And like, that's it. You know what I also realized when I was reading this?
What?
My life actually quite literally flashed before my eyes.
This could never be you, though.
No, well, that's why. Because my life flashed specific scenarios of men being vulnerable and telling me about their childhood. And me just sitting there nodding my head like, cool story, bro. One, I realized I am possibly emotionally stunted. And two, I just don't believe people. I think a lot of us say things that we don't mean.
Fair. But you haven't got to the part where I'm at, where it wasn't even her who got a private investigator. It was her friend's husband. Which is so silly to me.
I also heard the one where she said, oh, because you're Nigerian, I thought you were in on it. I said, that person's not your friend, first of all. But I'm not there yet. I've just heard spoilers.
But the thing is, like, some of the things like he tells her are Googleable things.
Yes, like the Olympics. Which year Olympics? Oh, where's your gold medal? I asked you, where's the medal? Or where's the neck thing? Because if you don't have it, your mom would have it. And I know she went to the parents' house. So where was the Olympic?
And while she was doing through the photo album, she could have been like,
where's the Olympics?
I'm proud of my son. He went to Olympics. Because mothers do that, you know?
Yes.
Mothers do that.
So none of his family members brought up the Olympics. Did any of the family members bring up the royalty either?
Absolutely not. But the thing is, like, you're going through these things, and okay, to you, there were amber flags. There were not red flags yet. There were amber flags. Things were like flashing and be like, oh, but it's okay. He has a story. He has a story. He has a story. But how many
stories?
How many ambers do you think makes it red?
Where there's smoke, there's fire, or potential to be fire. So shine your eye. You for shy eyes.
Couldn't be me because we both know. Anything that annoys me, I am Googling you, ChatGPTing you. I am going to hire a PI myself. Not my friend.
I think people have said this as well. There's no intuition or
but
an internal alarm clock.
She's too trusting. And I until we're close, I'm not taking your word for value. Last week, me and Uchenna had this conversation about, what was it? How men... Morning sickness is determined men.
Right.
You didn't take my word value. You had to go and Google that thing to make sure that I was telling you the truth.
That is potentially something that I could open my mouth to tell somebody else, right? So if I was going to open my mouth to tell somebody else, I need to actually make sure that.
But that's the thing, though. Like that's my point. Like, there's some things you have to just do your research.
Yeah.
Like that's a medical fact. You can literally go on an article and read it for yourself, whether I'm telling you the truth or not.
How can you search if someone's royalty or not? Because did he say he was prince or he was just royalty?
He said he was just royalty. But there should be like a family chart somewhere. Because the royal family has a chart somewhere.
Excuse me, sorry.
I think. I did not know.
Yeah. But then he sent her the link, right? So
no,
and surely the link should then have his name because there would be like a lineage, a branch. Yeah. Strange. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. And here's the thing. I never want to say it could never be me because it might not be the specific situation, but people can take advantage of you with whatever weakness it is that they see in you. So he saw that she had such a rosy worldview and he said, perfect. You know? I actually really feel for her because I guess the world is not as rosy as it was anymore.
But it is something to be said about both sides. As what you said it's like the Tinder swindler. It's like Risa Tisa. There is something to be said about people who are desperate for love. And I think she's just come after, I don't know when The Bachelor season 23 was out, but she was on a Bachelor and then she's met this man. And then we talked about how most of her friends are in relationships.
Yeah.
It's something to be said about people, men and women, who are desperate for relationships or who haven't identified who themselves or found themselves yet to be in a relationship, like, get yourself in therapy. If you know, I don't think she knew she was that gullible until this came out. But if she went to therapy, the therapist would be like, so these situations you told me about, do you not think we could handle them differently? And then she would have to talk about the different scenarios, and then she can learn awareness that way. But there is something to be said about people who are not hopeless romantics. Because being a hopeless, wanting love, I don't think is a negative thing. Wanting to be loved is not a negative thing. But the desperation behind it is negativity, I think, behind it.
I think it's more, I personally would blame someone who sees something so precious, so innocent, and want to taint it and take advantage of it. That's who I have a problem with. I don't actually have a problem. Maybe, unless you're desperate to the point of causing harm to someone else, which I don't think she was, I find issue with the man who saw that desperation and said, because that to me, something has to be wrong with you to be able to see something so innocent and want to taint it and take advantage of it. That's evil. In terms of desperation for love, while I don't necessarily understand it, well, actually, no, I do understand it, because, you know, a lot of the times, a lot of people are brought up to know that that's the most, like, that's, you know, number one, you got to get married. You need to find a partner, and they drill that into you constantly, you know, and you take that in and you internalize that and you make that one of your biggest goals, to the point where people can take advantage of you because of that thing that you want. It's the same thing with money. If you want money so bad and someone looks at you and say, this one would do anything for money, they would lambast you and take advantage of you. It's the same thing with, I don't know, all them people who want the flashy things in life. My opinion, it's the same thing. Just want it, you know, just be like nonchalant. I'm not serious, but you get my drift. Like, you can want something, but be present, be aware that you wanting it can be exploited, you know? And what did JJK say? Ologboju, ogbon. You are not very... Are you honest? She seems very happy now, though. She seems like she's in a place where...
I don't know where the episode...
I need this to just ended in... Sorry, this thing just ended in 2005. This year. Well, Madam, you are not over it. I'm just going to say this much. Because when you were talking about this man, I think if he sends you a DM, you respond. She's still in love with this man. She still has something in there for him.
Well, she does keep telling us, not everything was this bad, people. Not everything was this negative. Though we did have little moments. We did. In that tone as well.
On your end. You did. You can only say for a fact that you did. You cannot say the intent of somebody else towards you. They can try to convince you. You can convince yourself, and you can hope that they do love you and you would love hopelessly, recklessly, romantically. That's fine. You can trust them, but you can never really, really know, like, deep down what his intent, especially this particular situation, what his intent was, whether it's every single moment that you had was genuine. Because I feel like surely you're second guessing everything, every single moment that you had, every single kiss. You walk in and run into him in airport. Was he seeing dollar signs during that time? Maybe it's just me, and I'm just like,
I don't think she's second guessing it.
She thinks that was legit.
The way she's telling the story, I think she's taking it very personal. Like, this are the facts. The facts are the facts. She's not trying to see it from a, like...
But that's her lived experience.
Yeah. That's what.
And so what he's done didn't taint that initial them meeting.
No, it hasn't.
Wow.
From the way she's telling the story, from the point I'm on, I think she doesn't see it as a scam. She's seeing it more as the man I loved had an addiction. And that's why there's a disconnect between how we're seeing the story, because we're seeing. So I told you, as I'm listening to it, I think he's profiled her, and that's why I think it's a scam. She's been scammed.
Oh, okay.
So the two things can be true. Yes,
he's an addict,
and yes, she was scammed. Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah. No, I agree. Okay.
But the way she's telling her story,
do you think then at the start, him saying his royalty, him saying he was an Olympian?
That was a test.
Do you think? No. Now that I know this, I'm thinking he did that to Peacock.
Maybe. Because
he saw her. Remember that? That's why I said that etiquette question was weird. He asked her, "Oh, how are your etiquette?" I said, I know that's princes and whatnot, they etiquette, but they don't etiquette that much. So
as much as you just need to know which are your inside and outside forks.
Innit? So I thought that was, so I think he was peacocking. I think that he's looked at her social media and seen, oh, this one is
up there.
So I need to.
Yeah.
I think he was peacocking. Hence Monaco, hence the Cartier. And then when he took her shopping, she didn't buy anything other than a $200 sunglasses. And then he said, oh, you're cheap.
But she just bought herself a Chanel bag like 1 month
ago. She used her money. This time he was the one spending on her. Yeah. So while she was trying to convince him that she wasn't money hungry, he was like, oh, this upper echelon is dating a little old me commoner who has new money, and he tried to show off. Oh my God, he tried to live the lifestyle that he thinks that she deserves, and so therefore he spent too much. He tried to do the whole gambling thing. He got in over his head. Oh my God.
But he had an addiction
this just makes it sadder. I know, exactly. This just makes it sadder. Oh, now it's tragic. Oh, God damn it. Now it's just sad. For both of them. If this is this whole like addiction thing, because as you're saying, obviously he had the addiction before.
Yeah, he did.
A la Monaco.
Because she spoke to their friend, his friend, and was like, just to let you know, he's had a gambling addiction for a long time. And she didn't know this at the time. But best friend's husband, the one who transferred him the money, was like, the account he sent me to, my PI says it's an account for a gambling site, because you can transfer money directly into your gambling account. It's like, the account's for a gambling account. Just like an FYI. And then she's like, your best friend told me you're an addict. PI says the money got transferred into a gambling account. That's how she's seen it. She's seen a sick man.
If that's how she's seeing it, I will agree with her. Yeah. I'll take her side on that. But I would also take her side on the fact that she and her entire family and her network were exploited by this man because he was in over his head.
And I'm very curious about why said best friends, said family members and friends, lend him money. That's why I'm curious. There's no man that's coming to you on my behalf saying, David Faith, can you give me 10K? You were like,
no, hear me out.
You wouldn't.
Hear me out. I wouldn't, because of who I am. I did not grow up. I'm going to assume that these are substantially more than higher than middle class kids.
Fair enough. Yes.
Right? Where a friend coming up like, oh, let me borrow like a quick little, is not like crazy to them. Coming from that side, of the world. And also if he went to her family member, this is the man that their daughter has introduced to them as the man she wants to marry. If he wants to, borrow a little money to save face, to make sure that they're maintaining the life that I want my daughter to have, if he's gotten himself in a little bit of trouble, whatever, I'll help, but all family here. And Nigerians are well known of doing that. Not all, but it's not
if that's
unusual.
What her family did, and I can understand
Yes,
that.
it's not unusual because they were married, no?
Not at the point where he asked for money.
But they were together, right? Yeah. So it's not unusual for money to exchange hands between the partner and the family, whatnot. It's not unusual. So if it's coming from that side, and it seems like she's come from a well-to-do family.
Yeah, you could say that.
So I'm not saying he didn't lie to them, don't misunderstand, because it's probably like he said investment or some shit like that, right? Right. And if a man who's dating your wife says, oh, I have this investment, it's likely to produce something good, there's so-and-so risk attached to it, you could lose your money, but trust me, that's tragic. However, though, she's not angry enough. But then I don't want to emotionally,
she's seen a sick man. She's seen a sick man. That's why she's probably not angry.
Yeah, he's sick, but he still intentionally decided to do what he did.
And she loved him.
You can scam other people. You don't have to scam the people in your life.
Or just don't scam.
No, he's an addict. He needs to source his addiction.
Cure himself with addiction.
Oh, yeah, that's an option. But scammers gonna scam, innit? So if you're gonna scam, you got to scam outsiders with your little sickness. You don't hurt the people that's close to you, but I guess those are the ones you hurt the most, innit? Anyway, Shah, I feel sorry for you. Good luck for you. I think people are taking parts of this story and they're not they're running with it. They're not really taking in what she's really saying.
I'm curious to know how many people are doing their think tanks have got to the end
of the story. Yeah.
I think people are making analysis based off their personal opinions, not looking at the story as a whole.
And what they've heard so far.
It's easy to look at the first
few
episode
and be like, clearly
you're silly
because this man was scamming you, but this was a well-read romance to her.
How do you give your man a passport? Because I was like, if you just look
we actually had this conversation about the passport thing, because you could book the ticket and not have to enter the passport.
Like, if you're
until you're checking in,
depending on who you're flying with, you're flying with the same airline, and you both have a mileage point with them.
I just need to give you my name, my full name, that's all.
Or just my account number for that airline, my BA number, for example.
That's it.
I can just and
then I'll check in myself and put my passport details. So there was no need to exchange passports.
If you're not traveling with if you don't have the same flight numbers or airlines you have your miles with, you can do like a booking reference.
You just enter the booking reference and enter your last name and it will come up. That's what BA does. Yeah. That's all. That's what EasyJet does as well. Just get the booking number, enter your last name. It will come up with the flight. And then you pick your name on the list, and then you enter your details. She's surely been on a plane before. She flies to Nigeria quite frequently, so she knows.
But I don't know if it's the first time someone's offered to pay for her flights.
I don't think she's paying for her flights to go to Nigeria. Maybe she is. I don't know.
But if it's her parents doing it, the parents probably do have a passport and details. So my parents have my passport details.
Fair.
So she's never had to think about it. Hence why.
This is why you gotta. What's the word I'm looking? Right. So when you are bringing up your children, you need to expose them to how life actually goes.
But then we did have a conversation about how sheltered her life was.
Wait, when she goes on holiday with her friends, who does the checking in for her?
Herself?
No, with her friends. Because I'm going to assume it's like a group thing.
Maybe they do
separately. They do it separately. Yeah, fair. Okay. I guess.
But I want to see how sheltered she was in comparison to me. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do nothing. I was busy taking care of my brothers. That was it. Me in the house. There's
sheltered and then there's sheltered and very trusting of people in general. You have a view of the world that everything's rosy and it couldn't possibly happen to you. You're not even thinking about that it could happen to you. You know,
you're not. I was still taught safety skills. I did not.
Were there any things that showed that he was a gambler? His bills were paid, weren't they? Or was she the one paying the bills?
For her house, she was paying all the bills. Whenever he was in Dallas, she was
paying the bills, and then he'll come. And then when they were living together, after you're not there yet.
The one living together, she's paying majority of it. But apart from like the holidays that sometimes go on, he will front that, as in he'll pay for their flights, but she'll still pay for their hotels and the food that they're eating.
She was very insistent on this whole 50-50 thing and not taking advantage of a millionaire. She didn't even let's do like the income of what you earn compared to what I earn type shit.
The man needs help.
Hyper independence, sheltered, naive, emotionally, not emotionally, self-awareness or awareness, danger awareness. What's the thing?
Stranger danger.
Yeah, you just don't have. In fact, I want to say right down to relationship skills. Because just based off of the I love you. And then she said something about, if you've never been in love before, you don't understand. I said, you want to, from which high horse? Which horse? You're not even on a horse and you're not up high. You're down here with the real crafts of the rest of us. But anyway, she said, if you've ever been in love, you know when that feeling hits you. And this boils down to that feeling that you and I were talking about, that these people love that feeling. It's that dopamine. Is that, I think it's just me or like a few of us that when we're having these large, huge emotions and this release of endorphins, of like happiness, I tend to just be like, you need to come right down to earth.
That's a trauma speaking to us. That's a trauma speaking to us directly.
You know what? I'm not going to...
Replay this. Being happy.
Like happiness has been too long. Like happiness, too long. You need to wash out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because other people have been traumatized. We know what to look for. Honestly and truly, she has not been traumatized.
She's not now. Yeah. This is the first one. To be well adjusted, huh?
Quote of the day: trauma makes you cautious.
To be well adjusted is quite something. Okay, fine. He sees my Instagram. He knows who my mom is or whatever. Maybe I'm I don't care. Maybe I'm somebody, yeah? And so he flies me to Monaco. It's not possible. I'm so sorry. Hey. Even if I have the money to buy it and I'm not going to pull out my cards because he invited me. I lie?
No.
So therefore, you pick up the tab.
But he did pay for everything in Monaco.
He did, but she was being too
Bashful.
And then he actually called her cheap. And then you see, here's the thing.
I see that as a challenge, though.
I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
I see that as a challenge. I was like,
let's go to Tiffany.
Exactly.
Because there's this earring let's go. You want me to spend? I can spend.
I hate people challenging me.
I love when people challenge me. Challenge me. I will show you. I will rise to the occasion.
I wonder how she didn't see that as a challenge. Was she not insulted?
Right. What do you mean cheap? I was like, cheap? Cheap? I'm going to show you what cheap is. You're going to be embarrassed, and then you tell me that you don't have the money, and then we'll have to return it. Now who's the idiot?
Indeed.
I don't have a brat in me, but it will come out that day. Anyway, we've decided that for versus, or everybody here is a red flag, so there's no need to do that.
Everyone is a red flag.
So we've decided to rank TikTok tragedies.
Tragedies are, yeah.
That we can remember as out of 1 hour ago.
Yours. You're reeling them out like back to back.
You see, I'm in it. You see TikTok stories?
You're reeling them back to back. Goodness. I was like, you just listen to tragedies?
I just love that. Maybe. Because even on, what's it called, on Reddit, I'm there. I digress a little bit. We'll come back to this. A girl posted, a friend posted that they found out that their friend had cheated in a relationship. And me, based off of what the OP put, it gave jealous. And that's why I'm going to report. So I then commented and I said, you better mind your dirty stinking business. Almost verbatim. And you keep your nose where you're supposed to be on your face. I got so many downvotes. I got so many people commenting and calling me such a horrible person. I deleted it.
Were you embarrassed?
No, I'm not embarrassed. More like I was shamed into deleting my post. Because I just felt, I don't know why I just felt that person was jealous based off of how they wrote the story that they wrote. I'm not saying that what the friend did was right. I'm just saying sometimes ignorance is bliss, isn't it? Just allow it. And also, it's not your place to say. You can say stuff like, if you're cheating, you got to tell him. If you're not, then I don't trust the type of person you are. I'm not going to have you in my life. And I'll move on with my life. Which one is going to go and tell somebody something? That to me is a step too far. Because then, who's to say the husband does not know? Or the wife doesn't know already? You know? You're just ruining somebody's life for the sake of words. Because, well, now I guess I have a different stance on such a thing. Me, you should tell me. But for other people, you don't know if they want to know if their partner has been cheated on them or not. Anyway, going back to rankings. So we have on the list, Risa Tisa, the Danish Deception, that's the one we just finished reading, DoorDash Girl, Fake Pregnancy Girl, Sperm Donor Mayhem, The Military Cheating Man, Millions and Billions of Baby Shitty Pastor Husband.
You got too confused.
I did get too confused.
We have the pastor who has a wife that was getting his bag ready.
Yeah, the one I was ironing her husband and packing his bag for him to go cheating. She knew he was cheating. Fell in love with a therapist.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Million Babies cheating pastor husband is different from cheating pastor, the cheating pastor and the suffering wife. Cheating pastor and the suffering wife is the ironing or packing.
Yes.
Million Babies shitty pastor husband is different.
That one I did not know. You're going to have to give me like a breakdown.
A breakdown. I need to actually remember as well. Yes, I remember. Okay, so, you know Sperm Donor Mayhem?
Yeah.
You do?
Ish, roughly. Sperm
Donor Mayhem, he decides to give sperm. The woman turns out she's crazy. She's asking for child support.
Yes.
Turns out the baby wasn't actually his.
I remember that one, yeah.
Right. Military Man, the one that we kind of played out, he went to cheat. The wife found out. She caught him pretty much in the act. She had a PI. Million Babies shitty pastor husband. This woman comes onto TikTok to explain that her pastor husband had pretty much statutory raped her from when she was like 12. They have like bare babies, and then he's decided to leave her for, guess who? The church counselor or something like that. And obviously he was abusive from the get-go. And then the woman that then comes onto TikTok and tells her side of the story, but obviously no one's buying it. So that one. And in fact, he also came on to tell his side of the story as well. But he was an adult when they were together and she had her first child, actually. Fell in love with the therapist and then cheated past her. The cheated past her and his suffering wife, you know.
Yeah, I know her.
So how do we rank these people? I think Danish Deception's got to take the cake.
Risa Tisa comes second.
Followed by Risa Tisa.
Yeah.
Well, this one is an addiction. So I think Risa Tisa still takes the cake. If we're taking the narrator's word for it, it's a deception and it's a sad story. But Legion is Legion. Is that his name? Legendary? Legion.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic name. Yeah, Legion. I think he takes the cake. Still. Okay. And then the Danish Deception. Then who will we put in next? I think the cheating past the suffering wife.
See, I was going to argue I fell in love with my therapist. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
She's a woo-woo lad.
She is in a different planet. But what you got to think though, what type of planet does suffering wife have to be on for her to be doing this shit? They've got to be on the same planet, I swear to God. So yeah, wait, where's my pen? So, Risa Tisa takes number 1.
Yeah.
Danish Deception takes number 2. Fell in love with my therapist takes number 3. Cheating pastor, suffering wife takes number 4, yeah? All right. DoorDash girl, fake pregnancy girl, sperm donor mayhem, military man, millions. I think this one is number 9.
Which one?
The shitty pastor husband.
Yeah.
Well, then there's the statutory rape part. That's disgusting.
I would put military man because it's a funny story-ish.
As number 9, yeah? Yeah, because he's easier. Because he literally got caught, like, red-handed. He lost his job. He lost his wife. He lost everything. But he was still fighting and being like, like, there's no way you're going to get me. Yeah, he's a dumbass. Yeah. Fair play. Okay, number 9. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Then we've got DoorDash girl. I think she goes next. Now a fake pregnancy though.
I think fake pregnancy takes DoorDash.
But DoorDash, there's real life repercussions, like crazy. I think she got arrested.
6?
So 6. Then sperm donor. Oh, I guess there's no other. And then millions and millions. 8.
There we go.
Crazy. A lot of people have lived different lives. I swear to God. I think that's the end of the episode. Yeah. If you've liked the episodes, follow, subscribe. Let us know what your thoughts are on this particular scenario. Did you like JJK, the film? Are you upset about what Crunchyroll is doing? Are you not? Do you just not care? Were you never going to go to the cinema in the first place? So it doesn't affect you. But just signal. The principle.
But the next Crunchyroll movie they will release, I'm like, nah.
No. Yeah.
As a principle.
Unless it's a new thing.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. Fair play. But yeah, let us know. Bye.